Let's talk J.K. Rowling.
Please don't.
Hey guys, welcome to a video about J.K. Rowling. One of my idols, J.K. Rowling. I don't know what happened, man. Like, this is crazy, man. 10 years ago, J.K. Rowling was a star and sensation and an inspiration to females everywhere, to authors and writers everywhere. No one had a single negative thing to say about J.K. Rowling. She created one of the greatest fantasy universes in the world of Harry Potter. She was associated with the movies and stuff, and she co-wrote the Fantastic Beasts movies. J.K. Rowling was just incredible. Like, I never met a single person who ever had anything negative to say about J.K. Rowling. Like, this is, like, an amazing... This woman put a pathway for female writers out there. Like, she is the inspiration for a lot of female novelists and screenwriters and playwrights out there. Her and, like, Mary Shelley and stuff. Like, J.K. Rowling was just an incredible inspiration, awesome person, and she just seemed amazing. I always looked up to her because I loved the Harry Potter books and the movies and just something I grew up with. And yeah, that all changed in 2020 when J.K. Rowling released some tweets out. Twitter, the worst thing ever, I guess. She released a lot of tweets about a certain community. I don't even know if I should say this certain community because who knows, this video might get demonetized and everything. So let's just not say anything. But she said some things about women and biological women, what it means to be a biological woman, to menstruate and have children and all that. She never spoke any negativity against this community. Never once, really. She just said that kind of gender is a fact. A biological woman has to have a baby, and J.K. Rowling is for women's rights. And yeah, she wasn't trying to insult that community with the tweets, but my God, that everyone in that community fucking take it like that? That she was a TERF. Google what a TERF is. I don't want to say it, but that's what they called her. Traitor. And she, like, became one of the most hated people in the world just because of some comments she said. She didn't actually do anything wrong. She didn't physically hurt anyone or steal anything. She said words, and words that weren't even false. It was very true statements that she made, but because she said them, she's hated, and she's bigoted, and just... a phobic, phobic, and I just don't get it. Still to this day, after 4 years, I don't understand what they're talking about. Everything she said is a fact, and she's not even insulting the community at all. She has nothing against the community. She's just fighting for women's rights. And the fact that she is getting all this death threats and these hateful comments is insane to me. And this community is supposed to be the most accepting community out there. But any ounce of criticism to the community, you are hateful, bigoted, and your life needs to be ruined. And how can people stand side by side with a community who thinks like that? Because I'm not against that community at all. I have family members in that community. But I can't stand with people who believe that lives should be ruined and threats should be told to people who just have any ounce of disagreement or criticism against them. Because everyone's going to have disagreements and criticism against you. You can listen and see what they're on about, and see if you agree with them. And if you don't, you just don't agree with them and move on with your life. But no, that's not what people do. When people disagree, they spread hate and get on this bandwagon to cancel people and to just try to ruin their lives and their livelihood. Like, People don't even want to watch Harry Potter anymore. I'm glad this is not everybody, or even most people, really, because Harry Potter's still a big hit. But, like, people are, like, disgusted by the world of Harry Potter, a fantasy world that she created. They don't want to read the books. They don't want to watch the movies. The new HBO show's coming out. No one from that community wants to watch it because of her. Because of her. Even though she's not the one who created the movies. So all those directors and screenwriters and actors and actresses who put all their hard work in it means nothing because J.K. Rowling said some stuff. And even some of the actors from Harry Potter were going against her, and it was kind of horrible to watch. I'm like, this woman made you guys big. You guys are famous because of Harry Potter. Well, a lot of the older actors and actresses were famous before that, but all of those young actors and actresses are famous to this day because of Harry Potter and because of J.K. Rowling. And to throw her under the bus just to save their own asses is bullshit. And it was disgusting to watch. And I was like, this woman made you guys who you were, and you guys just threw her under the bus. I'm glad a couple people took her side, but they're very, like, silent about it. Robbie Coltrane took her side, and people called him some bad names, even just siding with J.K. Rowling. Even though you don't even say anything, if you are still just a fan of her and like her work, you're also canceled and are all those bad words just because if you like J.K. Rowling. So not only did J.K. Rowling say nothing all that bad or false, all she did was give some criticisms and disagree with some things. So because she did that, her life should be ruined. And if you still watch her work or read her books, you also should be canceled and should be threatened and all that stuff, and your livelihood should be ruined. Do you see how this makes no sense? Do you see the ridiculousness? Do you see the illogical craziness of some people? And this is the people that you want to stand with, that any ounce of criticism against them, they will ruin your life and take you down. And, like, that is insane. And some people are just like, no, J.K. Rowling is a bigot. She's a monster. She's this. I'm like, she's not. She really is not. And then, of course, I know some people are saying she's just digging her grave even more because she puts more tweets out. But again, the tweets she's putting out are facts. Like, she's talking about, like, biological men going to women's prisons and doing all these horrendous crimes. Man, the stuff she posts are all real stories, real things that have happened in the world. And people just turn a blind eye to it because they don't want to offend anyone. Isn't that insane? Isn't that just crazy that people will live with monsters and horrible people just because if they identify with something? All is forgiven if you identify with something, which is insane to me. I know that this isn't everybody. I know I'm not speaking for the world. I'm just speaking with the crazy people who want J.K. Rowling to be canceled and fucking dead and stuff. Like, the crazy shit what people are saying about her. And the fact that even the video game Hogwarts Legacy came out just last year, so many people wanted to boycott it and said no, she had nothing to do with the video game. She had no idea. She didn't create it or write the story. But people wanted to boycott the game because it exists in the world of Harry Potter. I'm glad the game did well and people didn't listen. But man, there was a strong voice for that, which is hilarious. And then there's even talks now of, like, Scotland having these new laws, and then they want to, like, arrest J.K. Rowling for, again, stuff she said. Like, isn't this just insane now? Like, you can just say words now and get arrested just by saying, yeah, I don't agree with that, and you can go to jail for that. That doesn't sound like a democracy or a free world where, like, I have no free speech and I can't criticize or disagree with some things. I can go to jail for that. Censoring speech is a dictatorship because you're controlling what people say. And J.K. Rowling's not for that, and I'm not for that either. And it's baffling that people find it crazy that people stand with J.K. Rowling. I'm like, why wouldn't they? Why the fuck wouldn't they? She has done nothing wrong. Nothing. She doesn't even hate the community that is hating her. This community has sent her death threats to her family and have wished horrible things on her, and she still has no hate for them, has nothing but love for them. And they still are saying these cruel, horrible things about her. It's disgusting. It's really disgusting. Also, on the same topic, watch this video. I'm going to put a clip of this video. This is a great example of humans and how they act. This professor talks about J.K. Rowling because one of his students is very against J.K. Rowling, and he just wants to know why. And look how he changes his mind. Watch this.
Meaning, if a woman says that, saying that there's a difference between men and female, and then being attacked as transphobic, I think that's what she's saying by attacking someone for stating that sex is real.
That is exactly what she's saying.
Is that transphobic to you?
So, to me, no. Stating that sex is real is not transphobic. It's just a fact of life. It exists.
So is there anything you disagree with in that tweet?
In that tweet, I can't really see anything that I myself disagree with, but I can see why some people would think, oh, this is offensive. We can't have that here or something, because...
Sure.
There's an apology tweet.
Let's read that. What did she say there? I haven't read that.
I respect every trans person's right to live any way that feels authentic and comfortable to them. I'd march with you if you were discriminated against on the basis of being trans. At the same time, my life has been shaped by being female. I do not believe it is hateful to say so.
You see anything problematic there?
She's apologizing, so no, not really. If I could read it again.
It sounds like a very similar statement as what she was just saying. She's basically saying, like, I have nothing, to me, this is what I interpret it as, I have nothing against someone being trans.
Exactly.
Live your life, but you just don't get to impose on you can live how you want, I can live how I want.
Yeah.
And let's all,
Exactly.
So I guess now that we're looking at it like, oh, there's not much difference between me or her, do you think it's fair that that she's being attacked by a large group of people and people are calling her, like you said at the beginning of this conversation, you said, given the fact that J.K. Rowling is transphobic, how do you feel about Harry Potter? Now, retroactively looking at that statement, do you think that was the best way to phrase?
No, I feel like an idiot now.
It's okay though, but this is why we do this, to learn how to think.
See, the reason I love that is because people love to go on a bandwagon. People live on Twitter and TikTok, and it just, they don't actually know the true story and what is real and what is facts. They like to be on the hate train. They like to be involved, oh yeah, people hate J.K. Rowling, so now I hate J.K. Rowling. I don't even know why, but apparently she's all these isms and phobias and blah blah blah. So that has to be true. I'm not going to do any research, and yeah, I hate her now too. It's just humans now in modern society, and it's just fucking sad. So yeah, J.K. Rowling, I really hope people just stop it and just, respect this woman. And if you don't agree with her, that's okay. You can disagree with people, but be grown-ups about it. And I'm still on team J.K. Rowling. I don't think she's any of those bad things I don't think she's any of those bad words or people are calling her. I'm not one of those people because I'm all for that community as well. But I'm not for what they are doing to J.K. Rowling. So still love you, J.K. Rowling, and I stand with you. Enjoy the dark side.